Hello everyone, I am here to do Tracie Fox's Funky House Tags July Challenge, and I will link her video below so you can go and you can get this. I think you can get this freebie. I know it was available on the Facebook group. I'm not sure, but I will link it anyway so you can see where this comes from. And there are 3 templates. She says in her video that you do not have to use these. You can use anything you want. But I went ahead and printed them out, and I'm going to use this one. And what I'm going to use for this are a whole bunch of painty papers that I've been making over the past couple days. We've been, for all of July, we've been like, my husband and I, we did like a huge deep clean of the shed and of the backyard and then of the house, and we had a huge family get together, and so it's been thunderstorming, so I've been only having like little bits of time to come over here. But this is what I did. So I've done some tracing paper with distress inks, and then I've done some tracing paper that I first used this clear gesso on, and then after I used the clear gesso, I used some alcohol inks, and it actually has a pretty interesting feel to it, and the back sides of these are pretty cool too. So I have a bunch of alcohol inks, including some metallics, and then I took some packaging paper and I gessoed it. And then I painted and stenciled with acrylics. Oh, and you know what? This was inspired by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. So I will try to remember to link her video also. So these are some of those. And then yesterday I just slapped, and you'll see why. I slapped some oceany colors on to some of the packaging. Oh, I forgot to do one. Well, there you go. You can see. And then I also did some distress inks on tracing paper to look oceany, and then apparently I forgot to do one of these, so I will save this, but you can see how this is just a torn piece of the packaging that we all get when we order. Sometimes you get the horrible big plastic air bubble things. So I'm always very happy when I get the packaging that's been stuffed with this brown paper bag, because it is useful for so many things. And here are some, just happens to be some of the colors that I used. Not because I saved them, but because I forgot to put them away. Shh, don't tell anyone. So I have, these are all from Michael's here in Massachusetts, and those are those oceany colors that I used. And then I also, when I did the painty papers with the stencil, I also used some copper and some bronze and some, hi Eddie, and some of this yellow oxide. I think those are all the colors I used. Oh, I might have used, did I have like a darker blue? No, maybe not. Nope, that appears to be the colors I used. Okay, so what am I going to do this in, you ask? Well, I'm going to also do this in my Life is Good journal. And I have some videos that I've done with this journal. I showed you how I made it out of a paper bag that I had my Life is Good t-shirts delivered in. And it is kind of a flow journal style, where I have some eyelets in the spine, and I've just tied some sari silk around that. Good boy, Yeti. My dog is in here. He's hot. And so I've just been doing, this is kind of my challenges and swaps and things that I've been using this for. And I left it so that you could pull these in case I wanted to sew something in. So I haven't done anything in the back. Let's do something in the back. Maybe I'll do it, could do it on here. I hate to cover up this map. This is the trouble with me using these nautical charts, because I'm loath to cover them. But that actually might be a cool background. So let's be brave and we'll do it on here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I have my template. This is going to be my house template, but I want to create some background. And my thought was I would tear some of this, these painty papers in kind of wave shapes. So where's my tear ruler? There's my tear ruler, so that, oops, it's upside down. You know what? And it's so crazy. It is so humid here. I yesterday when I was trying to get these painting papers done, I would do some, and they're just inks and acrylics. And it would take hours for them to dry. And even now, this feels damp. It has been just wonky weather. Wonky houses and wonky weather. So yeah, so I thought I might just tear some waves into these papers. And I'm saving all the scraps, of course. To make some ocean, because I want to have a seaside house. And I was just going to layer them up. There's that one. And then maybe I'll do this one next. This is pretty. Yeah, maybe should I do it that way? No, I guess I have to do it this way. Okay, so I'm gonna straighten this edge. Ooh, a nice breeze is coming through the window. So how are you all? What's the weather like where you are? I know we've had our friends in Europe, Western Europe have been having a heck of a time with rains and floods. So if you're there, I hope you all are safe. And we've been having all kinds of severe weather across the United States. Okay, so now what layer do I want where? Do I want that there? Do I want that sandwiched? Like that. Kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe I'll do a little more. Actually, I had one other color. This is one I forgot to gesso. What do we think about that? Okay. I have a little tear. I'm just going to make use of that tear. Okay, so I'm layering up some ocean here. Do I want the that in front maybe? So it kind of goes from dark to lighter. I always like the back side of these also. So this is actually, I gotta make sure I leave room for the house, right? The seaside house. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. I need some land behind for the house to sit on. I'm just gonna move this away for a sec. And then I'm gonna pick one of my painty papers for land. I'm saving the, this might be interesting. An interesting background there. I don't want to cover up the map completely, is what I'm thinking. So maybe I will. I really like this swirly bit here. Okay, so I'm going to tear this in half, save some. And then I think I'm going to tear some of this away as well. On that, I think we'll move the background. Where are my waves? Okay. Oh, I don't think I left enough room for my house, did I? Keep forgetting about that. I can make it a short house. There's a great book called The Outermost House. Yeah, no, I messed that up. Maybe. Maybe that, I'll make that a house. Okay. So, change of plans. I messed that up. So, I also have these other painty papers. I think I started to say I don't want to use the green ink papers because I really want to use the green ink papers. I really want to use this for the house though. All right, so I have a greenish alcohol ink paper. All right, so I'm going to wind up covering this, so I'm just going to use this page. And I'll find something else to use the... Oh dear, I think I'm going to sneeze. I'm missing a side. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, and in these painty papers, I forgot to mention, I also used, no, that's my gesso. I used the sparkly bit, is this iridescent medium. That's super cheap. This is the super cheap Michaels brand. Oh gosh, hold on. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. This is iridescent medium from Michaels. It has a little spigot, but you can also open it, and it's just like an acrylic sparkly thing. So this is very fun to use in all kinds of applications. Okay, so there is that's actually the back side. I'll use this side for the front side. That's my land and my water. Okay, so I've gotta then now figure out where my house is gonna go. And I realize this is all supposed to be about the house, but I got excited about my landscape backgrounds. There. Okay, I think we're gonna do something along those lines. So let's decide on, I'm gonna move this away for a sec, for a moment. And we're gonna decide on papers for my house. So I have this shape right here, which would be a really good house. So I actually think I'm gonna cut that out. I have a song running through my head right now. And it's just one line of the song over and over and over. I was vacuuming earlier and I was singing out loud that one song. It's pretty funny. Good thing nobody was here. Okay. So I'm not going to cut that down anymore. I'm just going to make that the house shape. And then maybe when I cut that shape, maybe I'll make that shape a little bit. So we need a roof for our house. And I want it to be a different pattern. Yeah, I like all of these. Maybe that bit right there. Okay. So let me put this away. And I'm going to trace this on the back here. Like that, like so. And I'm going to, where's my pencil? I'm going to trace it a little bit larger since I was kind of liberal with the base. So it's not so much a trace as a guide. Okay. And these are Tim Holtz Tonic Studio scissors. I love them. I have, oh no, it's stuck. That's okay. A little glue, no one will know. Again, shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, here we go. Here is the roof. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, excuse my sniffling. I'm so sorry. Here, hold on a sec. Okay, I think I'm better. Okay, so that's my house. And, oh, it's a pretty good little washi tape on the back. Maybe we'll fix that. Oh, come here, you. Okay. It's not going to show through, so it doesn't matter which washi tape I use. Okay. Fixed. Voila. Okay, so that was, so there we go. Okay, so there's my house, my roof, my wonky roof, my siding. Let's see, we need a chimney. Oh my goodness. What can we use for a chimney? How about this right here, these little hexagons? There we go. I'm gonna make this super wonky. There we go. There's my wonky chimney. Kind of sticking out there like so. And then we need a door and some windows. What do we have? Anything in here? This might be a nice door. Right. I like that. So these stencils, this is a swirly stencil. It's a Tim Holtz swirly stencil. Hold on, I have it right here. It's this one. Tim Holtz Collection, Stampers Anonymous. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have the packaging for that one anymore. It's a layering stencil. I'm sorry, but it's the swirly one. It's really useful. I love it. Okay. So, and then this has some of that metallic paint behind it. And then that green is just one that I mixed up on my palette board thing. So I really want this. Maybe we'll make it like a wonky hoppity door. There you go. It's a rustic cottage by the sea, don't you know? And what else do we have? Can we use that for a window? We could use this bit. No, I don't like that. Maybe I'll use the alcohol ink one for the window because it's reflecting the sea. A stormy sea reflected in the windows. I like that. Okay, so, gosh, this is my art glitter glue. Haven't actually used it in a while. I hope it comes out. I'm gonna pull off the dried bits at the end there. Ah, I think it will. Okay, so I'm going to I'll do the door. Okay, so I'm all alone right now. This is really, well, the dogs are here, but my husband has gone to meeting, which is what Quakers call church. And my son is at work. He lifeguards down the road, and my daughter is at work. She works at a horse barn. And so, yeah, so I have the place all to myself. Poor mommy's all alone. Yeah. So that's why I'm here, snatching a few moments with you guys. I did my tidying. I did some vacuuming and some bathroom cleaning, so I feel like I've earned myself a little play. So the other thing I'm working on is that steampunk fairy thing that I keep mentioning. I don't know if you follow me, but I think I have to. What I've been doing is I've been kind of stymied by the fact that I really wanted to try and make it my first digital kit. Like I was going to make the physical one, and then I keep trying to go back and do the digital bit. But the digital bit, I am so low on the learning curve for Photoshop that it's just taking so long. I think what I'm going to have to do, I've taken photographs of all the papers that I've made for it, except for these, which is okay. I can recreate them. It's fine. But I'm kind of stuck. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead, forge ahead, and make the journal, which I'm kind of excited about. I have kind of been visualizing in my brain how I want, oops, that was a mistake. How I want, apparently I can't talk and do this at the same time. How I want the cover and the format to be, like the general feel of it. Can I do this? Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to stick it down on the page anyway. How I want the general format to be and the feeling that I want. So what I'm going to go for is a kind of a vintage 19th or early 20th century notebook, like a field researcher's notebook, but then they discovers the steampunk fairies. It sounds less wonky in my brain. Yeah, so I have an idea of how I want to do it. So I'm just going to have to forge ahead and start to get it done. I think I'm going to do the cover first. I'm going to use the fabric paper and some fabric and try and make it look like faux leather a little bit. There, I think that I'm happy with that little house, my little cottage by the sea. You know, cottages by the sea take a beating, so they have to get painted year after year. Yeah, so I'm just gonna lay this out. I'm debating in my head right now about sewing it. I know Tracie sewed hers, and I really liked the look of it being sewn. So I may still do that, but I can't sew on camera because there's obviously no room on this desk. Oh dear. Well, we might have to have the chimney sticking out like a tab, in which case I do need to back it. And then okay. So then here are my waves. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this stuff down, sewed, glued, and I will stop the video for now, and then I will finish up with the final product. So I'll see you in a moment. Hey, I'm back. So I sewed shingle lines on the roof, and I showed the window lines on the window, and I outlined the door. And I also backed the that chimney back with just a scrap, so that if it's a tab and it's glued down, it will have some strength. So now I'm working on placement, and I decided to have this as the background, and I kind of tore it down because I like these little white splashes there. That's just some distress oxide. And I feel like that is kind of like a stormy sky with wave splash. So I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to commit to that with my art glitter glue. Glue that edge down, even though it's going to be buried. I don't want it. I want to minimize lumps, I suppose. Okay, so that's the background. So then I was thinking, maybe I wanted some ocean in the background, and then the house. And then, maybe I want it this way. I want the house's chimney like that. And then, yeah, I know it looks like the house is floating in the sea, but you know, climate change. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna do more behind than I initially thought. So there's some ocean there. And some ocean here. I need an extra pair of hands here. Okay. Some ocean there. And then maybe we do need a little bit of land. Okay, I can easily, oh, this one is this one alcohol? No, you know what this is? This is still Distress Sprays, but this has clear gesso on it. So I'm going to make this a torn edge like that, saving that bit. So there's a little bit of land for the house, and then this can be the water lapping at the shore. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let me snug these guys up against the crease as best I can, and then I will cut them down after. And I have been meaning to try Barbara at 49 Dragonflies top down gluing. So you know what, maybe this island disappears off into the ocean there. It's just on a little speck of land in the middle of the sea. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We are gluing this side all down so that we can secure the placement. I did it again. Were you just yelling at me? Ugh. Of course, I don't have a baby wipe handy. That's okay. I realize it's going off the page. I won't pull that, just slightly like that. Okay. Here's a little paper towel. Okay. Now I need to secure my ocean front here. Lapping at the foundation. Fairly realistic for coastal Massachusetts, actually. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to secure some of these papers now. Oops. I'm not doing a good job at predicting how far to go, huh? Okie dokie. There's that one. And then here we're gonna do the end, the bit of this. Okay. And then we need to do this side as well, huh? And so this is where I was going to make use of, dear, messy bodgy crafting. Okay. Can I pull this out? Do I have anything on the other side? I didn't check that, did I? Do have that on the other side. Oh dear me. All right, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna make it work. We've got all these layers. And I'm just gonna go under here, gluing. Get them down. Oops, so that song just popped into my head again. Okay. Your truck. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so now I just have to cut down the edges. I'm going to, I know you probably can't see this, but I'm not pulling it out because I probably could. I just don't want to deal with possibly wrecking the, excuse my arm, the other side of this. Okay. All right. I like that. This got a little wonky. Let's see. Do I still have time to fix it? I think maybe the paint has bought me a little bit of time. Okay. Get that corner down. And there is my outermost house. Pull. Oh, it's FedEx. That's why I heard. You know how you can hear the diesel kind of going butter, 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 butter. That's what I was hearing. Okay, and I'm gonna have that lapping right there. All right. I'm gonna stand up for a sec so I can see. Can you see? There. There is my outermost Tracie Fox wonky house with a tab. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. As I start working on or making progress on my steampunk fairy and fairy friends journal, I will bring you along with me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.